Defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
So Virginia's offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Offside defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lanier. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds his tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. And he rollers into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off.
Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yes, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Lanier.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He's got him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Vols are marching down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Leaves it with the back. Gets away from one, finds room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Got it! He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Vols line it up with a 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. So far, this has been a most frustrating performance for this junior quarterback. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. And the Cavaliers in the hurry-up.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to mark this one at the 15.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just great.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Made a defender miss. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown ball! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. And this outing is one this junior signal caller would prefer to forget. They came into this one believing that they could make explosive plays in the passing game, but they haven't taken care of the football, and they haven't done much up top. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. To the air on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Cavaliers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. There he goes. Stopped just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Cavaliers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cavaliers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man in the middle. He'll get it up to a 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Lanier. Bounced off his feet. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fire. Fella. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Finds his man. It's Lanier. At the 35, he's open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Vols will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast to come away with the pick.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the left side. And some room to work. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Barrow. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barrow. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid tackle. The Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Leaves it with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The run to the right. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The Volunteers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Catch in the middle. It's Church. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. And the Vols have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Clemens.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Church. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Direct snap. Running into the open space.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
The Vols didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Cavaliers want to move quickly.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter punch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Wants to go up top on first down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
The Volunteers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. They go to the ground, and he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, the ground game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia! They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
With the catch, it's Harvin. At the 40, there he goes. All out of space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Touchdown, Volunteer! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. At the 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. So here is the Tennessee offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Vols will hustle to the line. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harvin. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cavaliers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Had to get rid of it quickly. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're
turning it on. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Oh, they're after him. They just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sack him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Just keep slinging it. Bring in the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to...
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Church.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Vols are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He's taking a deep shot. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
That's a good job by this defense being alert. Like, they're not set up in a good spot. Bad field position to start. They were not surprised by the pass. Nice job. Way to be alert for this defense in a sudden change.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.